the part that gave me a lot of trouble though, because I was like, oh, I know how to do math. I don't have to study too hard. And that was my lowest score on the test. So do not make that mistake. Do not be like me. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Joy, and over here we talk about dental school, getting you into dental school, and anything else that comes to mind. Before we get into this video, I want to say thank you everyone for being here. Make sure you like this video and post a comment as well. And if you're not already subscribed, I'd really appreciate it. So in this video, I'm going to talk about the DAT, what it is, how did I study for it, and just some other resources floating around that you can use to help you study for the DAT. The DAT is the dental admissions test, and your score on it heavily influences which schools you will get into when you apply. So to start out, I'm going to tell you you can go to ada.org/DAT to find a lot of the information that I'll be talking about in this video. The DAT is broken down into a survey of natural sciences, perceptual ability test, reading comprehension, and quantitative reasoning. Now these are all sections, and within those sections there are more subsections. For the natural sciences you have 90 minutes, and that's going to be biology, chemistry, and organic chemistry. The perceptual ability test is broken into 6 sections: apertures, view recognition, angle discrimination, paper folding, cube counting, and 3D form development. A lot of it is just mind games. You're doing like mental origami to put it best. The reading comprehension test is 3 science-based passages where you have to just answer questions about it. You don't have to know anything about the science to get the questions right, but you do have to be able to read quickly and understand quickly. For quantitative reasoning, those are just a bunch of math problems. Some of them are word problems, and then some of them are straightforward math problems. That was the part that gave me a lot of trouble though, because I was like, oh, I know how to do math. I don't have to study too hard. And that was my lowest score on the test. So do not make that mistake. Do not be like me, and make sure you brush up on your math. In order to take the DAT, you first have to obtain a DENT pin, and you can get that on ada.org/DAT. They will go ahead and walk you through the steps to get it. I think a credit card is required in order to register for that though. But yeah, once you get that, the test is $475. You really won't want to move your test day once you set it. Although right now, because of coronavirus, Prometric, the company that proctors the exams and it distributes the exams, they have waived all fees related to changing your test date. But that is not normal, and you really don't want to change your test date because it's expensive and allows you to procrastinate. Oh, because the DAT is $475, they do have a limited amount of fee waivers, well, partial fee waivers, so they will pay for half of the test. But you do have to apply early for those. I think the application opens up in January. All the information is online on that, but yeah, the test is expensive. They will pay for half of it if you meet the requirements, and they still have enough funds available. The whole entire test is 5 hours and 15 minutes, and that includes a 15-minute intro tutorial and then a 15-minute post survey, and also a 30-minute lunch break if you want to take it. It's optional. But it's a long test. It's probably the longest test you've ever taken, and it is nothing to play with. You need to practice this, and you need to do practice tests. So now I will tell you what I used to study. So when I was studying for the DAT, I was a junior in college, and I registered for a Kaplan class because it was only $50 because the pre-professional office at my school sponsored students. So that was really cool. So I got in this online class, and I did not take it seriously, and I did not use the resources that I should have. But it was actually a really good and informative class. So that was through Kaplan, and there was a really great teacher, and there are also a lot of practice tests that you can use. So they say every week you should take a practice test, like a full-length practice test, and I did not do that the first time around. This was like March of my junior year. So fast forward to the summer, I got into a pre-dental program, and they also enrolled us in that same Kaplan class. And during the pre-dental program, there was time blocked out for us to attend the class. So I retook the class, and I was studying through there, and I was also taking review of the sciences classes through that summer program. So I was redoing general chemistry, organic chemistry, biology, and biochemistry just through professors at my college. After that program was over, I went home I went home to Houston. I got the DAT Destroyer, which is a really great book full of practice questions and explanations to go with those questions. It's very informative, everybody recommends it, and it's a really, really great resource to use. With the DAT Destroyer though, I still wasn't completely understanding because I didn't have a really great grasp on just those basic sciences. So I got a tutor. Tutor was actually a pre-dental student as well, and he was a genius, is a genius. Right now he's a third year in Houston, and I really appreciate everything he did for me. Thank you, Eric. He answered all of my dumb questions, and he really didn't judge me, and I love that because, you know, sometimes when you are not getting it, and you know you're not getting it, even though this person is explaining it really, really well. Well, yeah, that was me. And then he explained everything and didn't make me feel like, you're dumb. So yeah, I really appreciate him.
Hello, this is Joy the editor here, and I completely forgot to mention the Scientific American. There are these articles online that you should read every single day, and they kind of mimic the feel and length of the reading comprehension test. So yes, I'll put a link in the description box so that y'all can get to it. Okay, that is all.
I also use Chad's videos. Chad's videos are really, really great. You have to pay for them. You can do it monthly though, and I don't think it might be like $20 a month, but it's really worth it if you just want to watch somebody explain to you in a really simple way all of the sciences that you need to know. For the PAT, the perceptual ability test, that is a whole nother beast, and just reading is not going to help you. There's a resource online on DAT Bootcamp that includes this game. It's called the PAT Trainer Game, and it's actually really fun, and you see other people's scores, so it makes you want to do better, because I mean, we're competitive people, right? So yeah, you go on there and you get to play with the angle ranking, and it also helps you. It's not specifically PAT questions, but it is exercises that helps you get in the mindset and start using your eyes and your brain together so that you can tell what is the center of this line, which angle is bigger. And last but not least, YouTube University. If y'all don't use the internet, it is free, okay? Well, not everywhere, but the internet is free, and it has lots and lots of free information. If you're going through the Destroyer and you don't understand a topic, all you have to do is hop on YouTube and be like, please explain to me the Krebs cycle, and you can find a great little video. It's probably 5 minutes long, and it'll explain to you everything you need to know about the Krebs cycle. The thing about the DAT is that it's a lot of material, but it does not go very far in depth. So how long did I study for? I studied for about 2 months, not including that first Kaplan class I took. I really don't count that because I was not invested. You know, when you don't pay for something, it's really, you don't take it too seriously. But yeah, I studied about 2 months for it, and I took the DAT on August 21st, the year I was applying, which meant I could have submitted my application already, but I did not. But you do not have to already have your DAT taken and your score report to submit your application. I would actually recommend submitting your application as soon as possible. The DAT is scored out of 30 points. The average score is about a 17 or 18, and you really want to aim for 20 to be a competitive applicant. I scored an 18 academic average, and that worked for me. I would not rely on listening to other people's scores. So if you are on Student Doctor Network, reading those little forums, sometimes people lie on there and sometimes people just exaggerate. So I would really truly aim for a 19 or 20 to be a really competitive applicant. But that is it for this video. I really don't have too much else to say about the DAT. It's an intense test. You really need to study. Give yourself time and give yourself a set schedule. I wouldn't study, 12 hours a day nonstop, but you probably should study 50 minutes on, take a 10-minute break. 50 minutes on, take a 10-minute break. I studied about 8 hours a day for 2 months. And I say 8 hours a day, but that was really give and take because I get distracted really easily. But yeah, I did it. It's over with. I did not have to retake it. A lot of people do. And if you do have to retake the test, don't feel bad about it. Plenty of people do, and it helps them. If that's what you have to do to get into school, then that's what you have to do. But yeah, I thank everybody for watching. Comment below about your favorite study tips for the DAT or what just helps you study well. And yeah, make sure you subscribe to my channel, make sure you like this video, and thank you again. Bye everybody.